Welcome back to the ET Money Show. Now, buying a health insurance can be an overwhelming experience with so many options and complexities involved. It is easy to find yourself flooded with jargons. But on to the ET Money Show, we have your back as always, and we will give you a complete guide on how to buy the right health insurance. And to do that, let's bring on board Siddharth Singhal, who is the business head of health insurance at PolicyBazaar.com. Hi, very good evening, Siddharth, and thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. Whenever a person is going to buy a health insurance, the first question that he has in his mind ke kitne ka health insurance le? What should be the amount of health insurance that they should be taking out to secure their health from the medical expenses that they have? And the other question that they have is that they keep seeing that the inflation is so much at the high end. The medical health insurance is maybe in the double digits in comparison to the inflation rate of just 6%. So the first question that I have for you is how to decide onto the amount of the health insurance, if you can just bifurcate between different age groups and help our viewers to decide the exact number that they should be looking out for.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Srishti, for having me on your show. It's always lovely to talk about, health insurance. And given that we are in a, tax season where we obviously have to kind of, submit the tax receipts to our respective HRs. So I think it's very important to talk about health insurance and how much is the health insurance required. See, I think the first and the foremost rule is, opt for when you are young and you don't have any, any kind of illness. It's always better to go for a very high sum insured at a young age. What it helps you with is you get a very high coverage at a lower premium. When I say high coverage, so now there are plans available which can give you up to 1 crore of sum insured at a very minimal cost. For a 2-adult kind of a scenario, if there's a husband and a wife and living in a city like Delhi, Mumbai, a 1 crore cover could cost you somewhere around 12, 13, 14,000 rupees, which is effectively about 1,000 rupees a month. Right. So I think that's first and the foremost thing is to, go for that. The second is if for some reason you're not able to go for this, the second option as a viewer, as a customer, you have is to go for health insurance plans, wherein the bonus keeps on adding to your health insurance policy. So that minimum, if you start with a 10 lakh sum insured per member, with the bonuses every year renewal, the health insurance cover grows. So I think these are the major two things which person should look at while purchasing a health insurance plan. But yeah, absolute minimum, if I have to say, it's 10 lakh rupees minimum per member, in a policy that should be, one should be looking at.
Okay, totally take your point. At least 10 lakhs is something that you should be looking at for, given the kind of high medical expenses that we have. But Siddharth, how to actually select the right insurance companies? Because in that as well, as per the plans, there are different insurance companies offering you different services. But which are some of those points need to be checked in terms of selecting the best of the lot when it comes to insurance company?
Sure. I think that's a very important question because a lot of people, tend to look at the price first without realizing, what is the main important aspects one should look at. I'll just categorize this into two parts. One is a must-have, which irrespective of the profile of the customer, one should definitely look at while purchasing a health insurance plan. The first would be, you have to go for a plan which does not have any kind of room rent capping, any kind of sublimits. Basically, what it kind of helps you is to go for the treatment of your choice. It can, help you go for a room category of your choice or the hospital of your choice. So the moment you basically go for a plan that does not have any kind of sublimits or any kind of room rent capping, it basically enables you to go for the best treatment available. And I think that's what everybody wants. The second thing is opt. A lot of us look at the premium, but what is most important is to look at the claim settlement ratio of the insurance company that you're going for, because ultimately, health insurance is nothing but a promise between the health insurance company and the customer that at the time of need, insurance company would be there to kind of help the customers. I think that is very important parameter to look at while you are purchasing a health insurance plan. The third and the very important point is to look at the cashless network of hospitals. What it means is the larger the network of a health insurance company, which means in your city, in your town, there would be more hospitals available which accept the cashless facility. What it means is during the hospitalization, in case there's an accident or any kind of emergency, you don't need to shell out money from your own pocket. You can, avail the cashless facility wherein you don't need to, spend money from your own pocket, and the health insurance can come to your aid. I think these are the three major points which are in general the golden rule while you're purchasing a health insurance plan. Now, the second part I come to is, depending on the profile. So there could be 2-3 different profiles. Example, you are a customer, who have certain pre-existing disease. So if you're, let's say, suffering from diabetes or hypertension already, then what we recommend is to go for plans which offer the day one cover, so that these pre-existing disease are covered from first day itself. Otherwise, in a regular plans, you might have to wait for a certain period of time. Though this comes at a little bit of extra cost, but then it's quite worth it, because then you don't need to spend a couple of years on the waiting period. That is one. The second is, if you are a fitness enthusiast and you regularly walk, go to gym, or you kind of take good care of your health. So now what a lot of health insurance companies offer is the wellness discounts. So if you walk certain steps, you do yoga, you do gym activities, etc., then you can very well be compensated and rewarded for that healthy behavior. And this
might help decide your quantum of amount that you wish to spend. Totally take your point, Siddharth. But the last question that I have, I just want to squeeze in that how to go about the top up of health insurance, because now, like you mentioned, that maybe 10 lakhs is something that you should have in terms of health insurance. But somebody who is an adult and young and fit, but going ahead when he is aging and looking forward to top up, so how to decide onto that top up amount, and he should be looking to have this top up facility from the same insurer, or he can actually switch between different insurers. What is the preferred strategy out there?
So, okay, if you're somebody who already has a health insurance and you're looking to bump up your cover at a very low cost, I think top up is a great option to go for. And the deductible amount of that top up has to be equivalent to the sum insured that you already have. Coming to the question, preferably go for the same insurer, but even if it's not from the same insurer, absolutely there's no issue in terms of while you're planning to use this health insurance at the time of need.
Okay. So that's all you need to know about the health insurance, how to select that, how to go about it, decide the quantum of that, and what to look out for picking the best of the lot when it comes to health insurance company. With this, we'll let you go on that. Siddharth, thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now with this discussion.